Today's lesson is on negative exponents and reciprocals. So a negative exponent and we say x to the power of n and x to the negative n are what we call reciprocals. So x to the negative n is like x to the negative n over 1. So you can put any number over 1 and it doesn't change its value. What we're saying is this is the same thing as if its reciprocal would be 1 over x to the power of n. So by taking its reciprocal, we essentially flip that fraction to create a positive exponent here. This law makes the exponent positive and it'll flip your entire fraction. So if this negative exponent was in the base, it now flips it and it becomes in the top, okay? So we're going to evaluate each power. So 7 to the negative 2, what I'm going to do is this is like saying 7 over 1 to the power of negative 2. I'm just going to flip it and I'm going to be left with 1 over 7 to the power of 2. Now 7 to the power of 2, so 7 squared is 49, so my answer is 1 over 49. 10 over 3 to the power of negative 3, I'm going to take this, flip it, so I now have 3 over 10 to the positive 3. This 3 can now be distributed to each term within the bracket, so it's going to go to the 3 and it's going to go to the 10. So the 3 cubed gives me 27 and 10 cubed gives me 1,000, so my answer is 27 over 1,000. Negative 1.5 to the negative 3 is going to be 1 over negative 1.5. So the number itself, the negative does not change. It remains negative. Only the negative in the exponent changes, okay? That's super important. You need to realize I'm flipping this, but my number will still remain negative. So I'm taking the cube of negative 1.5, and I'm going to get negative 3.375. So 1 over negative 3.375. Do not confuse a negative coefficient with a negative exponent. Only negative exponents can be given a reciprocal that will make them equal to each other. Evaluate each power without using a calculator. So we're not going to use our calculator. We're going to use those lovely charts you were given a couple lessons ago. Cube roots, fourth roots, square roots, perfect squares, those lovely charts. So 16 to the negative 5 over 4 is going to give me 1 over 16 to the positive 5 over 4. So we had to apply our negative exponent law and flip it. Now what we're going to have to do is we're going to have to apply our fraction law, where now because I have a fractional exponent, I'm going to go and I'm going to wind up taking the fourth root of 1 over 16 to the power of 5. Now with this, I'm going to split apart my radical, so fourth root of 1 over the fourth root of 16 all to the power of 5. And I'm going to now evaluate those radicals, and I'm going to get 1 over 2 to the power of 5. Now I'm going to distribute my exponents. It's going to go to the 1, it's going to go to the 2. So 1 to the power of 5, 2 to the power of 5. I'm now going to evaluate my exponents, and I'm going to get 1 over 32. Our next example is 25 over 36 to the negative 1. So same thing. We're going to apply our negative exponent law and flip this to get 36 over 25 to the positive 1/2. If I split apart this, I'm now going to, apply my fraction law. So I'm taking the square root of 36 over 25. I'm going to split apart the radical. So I have root 36 over root 25. Now I'm just going to have to evaluate my radicals now. Get 6 over 5. I don't have to distribute the exponent law or anything like that because my m value of my exponent was 1 and an exponent of 1 doesn't change anything, okay?